In 2022, I had the idea, a very hazy and sketchy idea, of creating my own ultimate games room. Let's face it, we've all wanted one at some point in our hobby and gaming journey, and I was no different. I took the opportunity while winding down professionally after the sale of my business to build something that I thought would tick that box, but also add, fingers crossed, some long term value to our home in years to come. The plan was to build a room that would accommodate a 3.2 metre by 1.6 metre wargame table, a 1.5 metre by 1.5 metre LED lit board game table, and enough display cabinetry for my miniatures collection. Atop of this, I needed storage solutions for a huge number of buildings and terrain items, of which there were many. The room was to have a built-in kitchen facility, a spare bedroom and adjoining ensuite with shower and toilet, and if cash flow permitting, a pinball machine with accompanying arcade. I wanted a space that would allow us to play war games, board games and RPGs while still being able to accommodate those, dare I say, non-gaming friends who pop over for a drink or two. I hope you enjoy this short flick on how the build went, and that if it inspires someone to embark on a similar journey, then I've done my bit for the hobby. This is the Foxhole. Phase 1 involved the removal of our existing 5 metre by 2.8 metre shed and its accompanying slab. We also had to rip up 2 retaining walls and move them back some 800mm and 1.1 metres to make a larger footprint. This was the first of our water problems as we were flooded for weeks, and this held the build up for some time. But we did get there. Phase 2 gave us the opportunity to see the actual size of the job, and all those nights worrying about whether or not it was too big or too small were finally put to rest. It was really taking shape. Phase 3, we moved indoors and I tried my hand at some basic carpentry, building a bulkhead for the display cabinets. On top of this, we had the insulation, both ceiling and walls, and plasterboard to install and first fixed electrical. It was really coming together now. Phase 4 we called the Great Big Wet. While waiting to have drains, toilets and plumbing connected, we discovered that the concreters, by accident, had punctured our stormwater in multiple locations. It was flooded for nearly 2 weeks before we were able to get in there and fix the pipes. Phase 5, we painted the interior, installed the door frames and skirtings, tiled the wet areas and had our shower and toilet finished. Last but not least was the kitchen area and the display cabinets. I was really enjoying the colours we'd chosen and the general theme of the room. And I've got to be honest, if it wasn't for my wife, this probably would have been a shed. So well done. And I couldn't help myself. I had to actually try out my new LED light. And before someone picks me up on grammar, I played drums in an 80s hair metal tribute band for about 5 or 6 years, and my name was Fox. So it's an attempted play on words. Phase 6 was the fun part, moving figures into their respective cabinets, stacking board games and terrain items in their new home, setting up tables and obviously getting a few games down range with mates. Lots of beers, red wines, the occasional whiskey or scotch, and good old-fashioned company. And after all, that's what it's all about. I have to admit that I spend a lot of time out here with family, friends, and by myself. It's become my happy place. But it would be selfish of me not to say a huge thanks to all the trades who had a hand in this job, but in particular to a number of mates who helped out during the build. Your assistance has been much appreciated. Foxhole's open for business.
Hooray!
And for those who are interested, here's some snaps of the games we primarily play. There are others, but these are the ones we play the most. See you on the table. If one person's taken inspiration from this and turns their dream room into reality, then my job is done. Good luck and happy gaming. See you on the other side.